Texas Motor Speedway. Off the start, Brian Deegan gets a great start there ahead of Tanner Faust, and Marcus Grunholm choosing to take the shortcut early, but chaos.
Almost get tangled up in there behind Sverre Isaacson, but there's Deegan through the shortcut and he takes the lead.
Fantastic drive from Brian Deegan. But then we had a little bit of a problem on the jump, Jen.
He checked up in there behind Binks. You're looking at the blue car, and he had to stop on the jump. What that does is force a red flag, and we had to do it again.
Well, here is the Discount Tire America's Tire starting grid. There's the front row. Marcus Grunholm, Tanner Faust, Hubinet, and Brian Deegan, who had the great start. What you will not see in this race is, of course, Sverre Isaacson, who has pulled out.
We'll see who gets the start here. Deegan's got to be hoping he gets another excellent start.
Oh, and he does. Brian
Wow.
Deegan gets the jump again. And you said it, Jen. Can he channel his energy? Grunholm choosing to take the shortcut. But Deegan is out front of that pack.
Well, we wanted a replay of what we just saw in the race that got called off, and I think we're getting something close. We've got similar leaders with Deegan out in the front of this pack and Tanner battling hard as they head up for the jump.
So Deegan and Tanner in those identically prepared Fords. This is going to be a real battle. Of course, Marcus Grunholm is racing the same machinery, but Grunholm right now is putting some distance on the sub of Andy Scott.
He's taken the shortcut. He's got nice clean track. He's not getting tangled up in this as they go under the gap jump and Block goes off. That slows down everybody else. I wonder what happened to Block.
Ken Block loses the driver's side front. Here comes Grunholm up and over the jump again. There you see Andy Scott, who is going to take the jump.
Contact right before the jump. They both make it. Wow.
Wow, and the problem there is their teammates. They are the two Saabs. So there's going to be a little discussion, I think, under the tent when those two guys get home. And there you see Sam Hubinet's orange Saab with the piece hanging off. That's the red and white of Andy Scott, the Scotsman in front. I'm sure that wasn't team orders, Jen.
I'm pretty sure that wasn't. Andy Scott out front there. With Sam Hubinet in behind him, but he doesn't seem to be, the damage doesn't look good, but I don't think it's any trouble. Oh no, and Hubinet basically forced Scott off the line. He wasn't able to take that smaller jump.
So here we go. Brian Deegan right now is taking the shortcut, but he is behind Marcus Grunholm. So Grunholm really putting in a fantastic race. Oh, and Andy Scott just drives it off the side of the course there into the tire barrier. Now we have tires in the race line. Brian Deegan has to squeeze his way past that, allows Marcus Grunholm even more gap on the field. Interested to see what our race officials do right now. Well, they're kind of knocked off the line, and Scott's in a safe, relatively safe position.
Relatively safe position, and I sort of think, there's a red flag.
Red flag once more because of the tires placed in the middle of the track. Andy Scott parked there in the tire barrier. And folks, if you've ever seen the movie Groundhog Day, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. That is so funny. Wow. Yeah, you can see that he just skidded straight
right
off.
into
He had
them.
a problem on that landing, and he just went straight sideways. So I wonder if something broke on the landing.
I think when they came together, he had a steering problem. Because he went,
really broke
and
when
then
he
it really
landed?
broke out. I think he was struggling with something.